Hello and welcome back. We are continuing just doing our application conversion, moving from an old Apache Tomcat into a spiffy new Spring Boot, Bootstrap 5, Time Leaf, all that good stuff. Last episode, we're working our way through a form, getting that data across, entering it, saving it, doing updates, all that kind of good stuff. Well, we ended up hitting a little bit of a snag, and it really had to do with dealing with generating some of the calculations on the fly. Probably not something you do too often. And it does turn out to be a bit of a pain to make sure that you get all of your types correct. So what we're going to do, instead of what we were trying to do it all on the fly, we're going to all pull this stuff out. And we're going to pull this into our back out. So it's just going to be sent as values into our form. So here we have project cost is already there, but we're going to take this thing, and that's basically going to become our earnings. And so if we go back here, we're going to have an earnings and we're going to have an agent cost. So if we go back to our controller, we'll just put that there for now, and we're going to create a couple of objects. And it's going to be, this is going to be our, we'll call it our agent cost and our earnings. And we don't have those already, so we can pull those. What we're going to do is simply enough is we're going to come in here, and this guy is going to become earnings. And we can take a look back here, make sure that we get that generated properly. So earnings is going to be this. Now here we've got, let's see, project cost. Do we already have project cost here? We have that somewhere. Oh, here we go, project cost. So here, we actually are going to have to go ahead and let's do it this way. We're going to do, we'll just create a project cost. And I think that's going to be a double. And we'll start at equals 0, 0. Whoop. And so here, instead of doing this add object in all these places, we don't need to worry about it here because project cost is going to be 0 by default. So we're going to come back here. I do project cost. Whoops, don't need that else. And it's going to be, we get with the capital C. Whoop, I need to spell it right. And whoop, let's do it this way. Make sure we get it copied and pasted right. Whoa, not sure what I just did. Let's do this. I'll do that. Okay, so then we're going to need here, this just means project cost equals that. And here, we're going to do project cost equals that whole thing. Oh, and there's where our problem is that our cost, we were actually adding all of those things together. So actually, this alone might fix our problems. Let's go check that real quick. Let's see, project.agent%. I think we had project set up here. Yep, we have project. So we could do it like that. Oh, except for it's going to have to be get agent%. I believe it's like that. Project get agent%. Yep. So let's try that because now we've got the earnings there, but we have not pulled across yet our agent cost. So let's see if we still have this blow up, which goes back to this is why we got to make sure we, oh, I have an error somewhere. So let's go back. It's probably in the hello. Oh, did I? Yes, I did. I was going to say, probably had something I didn't get things. Oh, project cost already exists. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. calculate cost. Okay. Oh, interesting. So I already did project cost equals calculate cost. Oh, this may be something where we did something stupid. So let's go back to what we had. So project cost. Oh, so it is two different things. Okay. So we're going to change that. And we're going to make this, let's see, this is calculate cost. This one's going to be, oh, we need to make it, so we'll just do it. This will be total cost. And we'll just make that total cost everywhere else here. So he's going to be equal to that. He's going to be equal to that. And we're going to shove him here. And, oh, this is going to be... project ID. Okay. Let's see how this runs. I think that was what ended up happening is we had one of our values not work. We were creating a string when we shouldn't have been. So if we come in here and we go look, boom. Now we finally got it coming across. Our earnings and our agent costs are coming here. Bid amount. Earnings is based off of what? That's probably based off of... Oh, because it's based off of our calculate cost, which is, I bet, based off of tasks. So if we go, oh, we probably have a nice little complicated thing here. Project DAO, calculate cost. And so there's hours estimated and hours adjusted. So we would have to actually get to, and that's from tasks. So we would have to, within here, we have no tasks. So, see, it looks like we've got most of our stuff coming up. Our earnings and our agent cost is a little bit wonky, so let's go look at that on our form real quick. Do a quick fix there. Let's see. Oh, it's because he's an MD2. Let's see. How do we want to change that around? Let's go ahead and... Not sure why we put those together the way we did. We could do one more. Was that 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12? So we probably would need to tweak that a little bit. Let's do status and stack that up on site instead. And take that one. Is that going to work? Yeah, I think that whole thing. And then that's going to go here. And we're going to take our status. We're going to push that up by our site. Let's just see how that looks. We may want to clean it up a little bit, but that probably gives us a good start. So now let's go look, and let's actually look at one that maybe has something. Since we've got a value, this has a bid. Let's see. Yeah, so this has tasks, and now we can see some earnings and some agent costs. Got our statuses stacked up, and everything is coming through. So we have a form. We're able to save, and we're able to make some adjustments. So let's change this to 0.0, and this will probably change our agent cost. So now we're having an issue with the save. Oh, this is trying to go back to home. We ran into this before. That was where we were at. So now let's take a look at our redirect. Because what we have been doing is, let's see, so if we do a redirect, let's see, where was home? And if we go here, here's our home. Oops, that's the wrong one. This is the one we want. So we want to fix our redirect. so that when we save a project, it actually redirects properly. What we end up here is that our saved project, since it's doing a redirect, we don't actually want it to go and create a model in view. This is actually going to be just like we did with, for example, here. We're just going to return, but this time instead of returning, oh, and that's not going to return that. This tells us, hey, we're not going to try to go to that page. We're going to try to redirect to a new page. So if we do this, let's try to save some data again and get that cleaned up. And when we do so, we can go back to the bid that we had. We're going to see that we had a slightly different cost because we saved it. Let's go back to the 13.3 that we had. And we're still having an issue. So let's take a look at what we got here. So this one, let's see, it's not telling me anything terribly useful about it. Oh, we know this is not going to work. And so let's see, then we want to do our home. Let's see, oh, that's going to be a string. But what we need to do here actually is we're going to have to do an HTTP response. And let's see. So we're going to need to do let's do it like this. Come back here. This is going to be the response. And then we need to do here response dot send redirect, and then we can do this. I need to spin that right. And let's see if that works for save project. So I go build that. Oh, doesn't like that. Oh, because we haven't added that yet. Oh, and I'm just going to do this. It really doesn't matter what I send. Oh, I need to do that. Oh, let's do it this way. So we're going to do a try catch here. And what we're going to do is we're going to, let's just do a return. And actually, we could probably return either way. Here, if there's an exception there, we're going to return to, let's go to the, oh, let's see, what's the most simple one we've got? Let's see if we've got one that has nothing. I think we've got a home. Let's see. Yeah, we can just do return home. Probably don't want that, but that's what we'll go with for right now because we'll just keep it simple. We should never see that, but we'll do that just in case. Whoop. And now when we run it, let's see if we get where we're supposed to go to. I forget what we're supposed to go to. Probably back to projects. So let's just, we'll just add some more text here just to be safe. We'll save it, and it did not go where we wanted to. So it said it's trying to go home. Why doesn't it like home? Oh, so we don't want to go back to home. We want to go to dashboard. Dashboard. Let's see. When we save that, we actually probably want to go to projects. Okay, so we want to go to, so it's going to be, which is what? Projects. Technically, we should probably figure out where we came from and go back to where we came from. But let's try this. Let's see if this works. Doesn't matter. Pick that. Log in. Let's go back to this guy. We'll change his bid to like 250. And now we're back. So now we're getting where we're supposed to be. So this has been a little bit of a fun little journey here, but we did need to, make sure that we've got our redirect going. We can't just, we can't. It's not like just returning like here where it's going to return just an address, which is actually what we probably wanted that to be something else. Anyways, so we have this. We now are able to do our redirects. We actually probably should do this up here. So when we do our opportunities, that we will work okay. This should be, we're just going to say home, although that's not going to work for us. And then we want to get our response. Put that up here. There we go. That gives us something to work from. And we're just going to continue moving along because the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come in here. We're going to look at a bid. And actually, let's go look here because I bet we don't have any of the edits set up. So if we go here and click, we get nothing, even though if we look here, yep, it's trying to do edit project, edit task. So it's got some funkiness going on there. So it looks like that's a broken link. This is probably a broken link. Yep. And we probably, if we do new task, that's a broken link. So we got a couple things down here. So we've got our top, okay. Not sure what we're supposed to do here. We'll take a look what that is. But we will just continue on next episode. If you have any questions, shoot an email out to info@developreneur.com. Other than that, go out there and have yourself a great day, a great week, and we will talk to you next time.